And you talk about a production. This is at the Fox. And our executives are all in. And it is red carpet, folks. And we're passing this. I mean, it's a production. When I say it's a production, it's a production. Unbelievable band at the Fox in the background as we invite people up to get their awards. We even brought in Marilyn Monroe, as you can see, and other great stars. But everybody just gets so geeked up about this, extremely passionate, right? What else? How many people know Dan Gilbert? How many people really know Dan Gilbert? I thought I knew Dan Gilbert. He was one of my mentors. It's one of the reasons I love him. But every day I learn something new about this guy. He's unbelievable. Now here's something in terms of recognition and rewards. He has this contest. He has all kinds of contests. One of the contests was to go see Usher, right? So instead of one of the managers delivering the tickets, he says, I'm going to deliver them. And then he's going to let these people meet Usher backstage when they go to the concert. How cool is that? Let's check it out.
Number 2 target, here we go. This is a monumental day here for Brianna, who is getting ready to meet Usher.
Now, she doesn't know it, but she's on the phone right now. She thinks she just won a couple tickets, which she did, but wait till she sees what happened. Meanwhile, she's so busy doing business, I can't even get to her. She has no time for us, she's too busy. Which is okay.
Folks, this is every day. It is not just Dan. It's all the leaders. I get to work with Bill Emerson, and Jay Farner, and a bunch of other leaders who are just outstanding. And we have a blast doing this. It's encouraged. How many folks at home have a handyman, they call the guy or whatever, and you call this person up when something breaks? Well, I'll tell you I do, because I'm not very handy. What if you had it at work? That's my phone. There's a button on it called the guy. Literally. You need anything, you push that button. Anything. Well, you need to hang with benefits, push the guy. And a guy answers the phone, literally, and gets it done. Here's an example. This was Friday. I walked down the hall on the 11th floor at our headquarters building, Campus Martius, and a bird hit the window and literally broke the window. I walked back to my office and pushed the guy. Thank you for calling. You're the third person, which is a good sign because everybody takes action at Quicken Loans. You're the third person. I walked back to take a picture with the show Dan. That group was already there, closed it off, couldn't get into the room, already working on it. My door was hinging incorrectly. The guy, boom, 2 minutes later, someone's out there. We talk about making it easy to work, all that little nuisances that are around you, it goes away with the guy. Sometimes a gal actually needs to answer the phone, but it's just this idea, boom, take care of that. Now, I talked about a few different things. If I had to focus on 3 things for you folks, if I was trying to drive retention, here's the 3 things I would focus on. And it may reiterate what folks have already said, but this would be my prioritization. Number 1, and you heard this today from these folks here, focus on your leadership. Elizabeth, I love the way you said audit your leaders. You got to do that, folks. I've traveled around the country for the past 20 years as a vice president at Oracle and a vice president at Microsoft. I got to call on every account you can think of from every industry. I ran all the industry groups for Microsoft around the country, 13 verticals in 4 sectors. So I've seen it from all industries, and I can tell you there's an epidemic going on right now of fear-based leadership, control and command. That just doesn't work anymore, folks. You need to have these trusted and empowered leaders right now, not managers. Because you know that people don't leave companies, they leave managers, right? That's a fact. Now, we're number 5, but who's number 1? Google. And they get it. Look at this. This is recently here. As part of their employee value proposition, folks are talking about freedom to amaze. Why? This is one of their leaders globally in HR, because they understand that freedom-based organizations perform better than fear-based ones. And they know this is a concern of many people today, want to get out of that fear-based environment. And they're attracting talent that way. Okay? Now, we have some great leaders in our automotive industry. I've had the luxury of working with so many of them. But one that really stuck out to me was Alan Maloney, one of the best people leaders I've ever seen, for a variety of reasons. But you talk about a culture changer now. He came in there and took a culture of compete, which was going on at Ford at that time, and turned it into a culture of collaboration. And he had the guts to make some tough decisions, but I followed that guy through the wall. Here's another great leader, by the way, that you know, Matt Simmons Sr., one of the best leaders I've been around. I'd run through a wall for Matt. Why? Because it tells it like it is and he makes no apologies. He's a straight shooter, right? He values his people and he values his customers. And there's very few people that give back like Matt and Leader. And he doesn't apologize to anybody for wanting to win. His team works hard, they play hard. But that's a leader. That's the kind of people you want to follow, right? Okay, number 1 was leadership. Number 2 was culture. You want the secret sauce at Quicken Loans, top 5? Let me show it to you, folks. Come to me on the break. I'll show you this even more. This is it. It's culture. Now, it's not the book, The Isms, because this is really what it is. The Isms is a really cool storytelling book of facts and different examples of our values, our behaviors as a company. There's 19 of them. By the way, we didn't invent these. And we don't say we invented them. By the way, we share them with everybody. We're not hiding them. Go to our website. We want you to have these too, right? Dan teaches these 8 times a year. We revise this book 2 or 3 times a year. But Dan Gilbert teaches this 8 times a year. We did on Friday. It's 10 hours long. He stands up on a stage like this and tells stories about these 19 for 10 hours. The leader does that. No one else but Dan. Now, he has some supporters that help him on the sidelines, but he's the one in front doing it. That's incredible. He teaches it. We live it every day. Now, I would love to go through all these. We don't have time, but I'll pick one example of what we're doing around here. Innovation is rewarded, execution is worship. Now, we didn't invent that, but we do it. We don't talk about it. Now, let's get back to empowerment. How many people have heard of Rocket Fiber? Okay. Not long ago, Dan was working with Google to create the highest fast-speed internet of any city in the world. When we got the bill for it, we thought it might have been a little bit too expensive. Now, our IT organization, who's been the best place to work 4 years straight in IT, by the way, they have this thing called bullet time, which means every single individual in IT gets to work on a different project for whatever they want.